Well, I'm waiting for the exhibit, my lord.
No, they will give it to you. Let's wait.
Okay.
Let's wait.
But I can say, my lord, while I'm waiting for the exhibit, that's not how I understood Kenneth Stein to be explaining to me. Downloads will not reflect in the normal call data because downloads are coming from the actual device. Service providers does not have access. When you do the section 205, they see what is open. They can perhaps see the usage of data, but they will not be able to see calls that are made, for example, in these recent times, WhatsApp calls. You will not pick them up to today. They can only perhaps see insofar as the usage of data. My understanding of Kenneth Stein's report to me is that he was able to pick up this call from the downloads of Ms. Kelly Kumalo, which the civil provider will not have, my lord.
Into engizwisisa ngayo ukuthi ke kukhona uhlobo lezingcingo olungeke lwabona ama-service provider olunjengocingo oluhamba nge-internet abeseyingcingweni angeke babone ukuthi nanti ucingo luphuma kodwa ke lo owenza i-download uyakwazi ukubona ukuthi nasi i-data iyasetshenziswa ngale ndlela yokuthi kwenziwe ucingo ngalelo langa.
Was it a WhatsApp call?
My lord, that's not what I've said. So I made an example of the WhatsApp call in terms of the recent times to say even today, if you have to establish or identify a WhatsApp call, you'll have to get a device because you cannot get it from Vodacom. You cannot apply to any service providers for section 205s, and then in those 205s, we are able to identify calls. No way. You'll only identify a real-time call in an open thing, in an open platform. Data calls or internet calls, they are sort of like covert, my lord. So I'm not sure what is the right terminology that was used back in 2014, but my understanding of the report that I received from Kenneth Stein, it was that data or internet was used to make this call that he identified in the downloads of Ms. Kelly Kumalo, not the service provider. So if you look at the service provider, you will get a conflicting report. You need to look at the service data, the downloads data that Kenneth Stein referred to.
Ngiyacela ku Kenneth Stein ukuthi wakwazi yena ngoba wenze ama-download ukuthi abone ukuthi kwakhona i-call noma ucingo olwalenziwa lusebenzisa i-data noma i-internet. Ngoba abakwa-service provider abakwazi ukuzibona lezi ngcingo ezihamba nge-data. Okusho ukuthi ke nanoma ke sithola umbiko ovela kubona laba abaphatha ingcingo abakwazi ukuthi bona basitshela ukuthi kwaba nale call kodwa owenza ama-download uyakwazi ukubona ukuthi kwaba nalolu cingo uma kuwukuthi lusebenzisa i-data noma i-internet.
Thank you, Brigadier, for the clarity that you cannot really tell what type of the call was it back then in 2014 when the incident took place, because nowadays it's WhatsApp call, but you cannot tell what type of the call was it at that time in 2014.
Ngiyakwazi usho ukuthi kwakusho inhlobo yocingo eyayiphuma ngaleso sikhathi ngo-2014 kwathiwa kulamalanga sesibiza ngokuthi ke i-WhatsApp call kodwa ke lokho leyo sikhuluma awazi ukuthi kwakuhlobo yecall.
Yes, my lord, because I don't have the expertise, as I've said, so I will not be able to indicate what type of a call, except to say the report says data or internet. That is insofar as what I was told and saw on the statement.
Anginabuchwepheshe bokuthi ngingasho engikwaziyo nje ukuthi esikubonayo lapho kuyasho ukuthi i-call eyayenziwa i-data esebenzisa i-data.
Can I ask that the witness be given Exhibit J1? I will ask you to just place on record the entry of 2 dates only in that exhibit.
So this is a statement. What paragraph am I looking at, my lord?
No,
It's a statement from Vodacom. So
just wait a bit, we are still sorting the exhibit with the state.
Okay.
Can you read there from the computer, or should I borrow you my exhibit?
The entire page?
No,
Or
no,
should I
we're
focus
just
on
reading
certain?
one entry, yes. Or should I give you this hard copy?
Please, yes, I think it
Hard
will help, yeah. Then I can just go straight to it.
Do you have the copy, Kenneth?
I do, but it's not highlighted, so
It's
I'm
not
still...
highlighted. Okay,
Yes.
let's exchange. For the 15th of October. I've highlighted it now. Can you see?
Yes, I can see it, my lord.
It's page number, the second page I'm looking for, it's page number 1646 of 4649. Reflecting the entry for 15 October 2014. Brigadier?
Yes, my lord.
I will ask you to read on the highlighted block. That block is for the data record, call data record from the cell phone for the date 2nd of August 2014 at 2200, 40 minutes and 47 seconds. You see that portion?
I do see
That
it, my
block?
lord.
Yes, yes. The first number on the MSISDN is the number of the person who received the call. You see that first number on the first block?
I do see it, my lord.
Yes. Can you read that number into the record?
It's 278270444358, my lord.
Okay.
Number ke sanda kufunda inamba yelo lucingo olwamukela kusho ukuthi olwamukela ucingo lushayayo.
And the date in which that call was made under call data?
It's 2 August 2014, 2240, 47 seconds, my lord.
Okay.
2 August 2014.
And the other party number?
Manje ke inamba ke laba abanye ababexhumana nabo.
It's 278345713330.
Kusho ukuthi lenye inamba ku 0834571330.
And the cell name? Do you see the cell name?
It's 3G Kimberley MWCEN, my lord.
Manje ke kusho ukuthi ke umbhoshonga babesebenzisa ke 3 Kimberley MDC.
So it means the number belonging to Ms. Kumalo 0827044368 received a call on the 2nd of August 2014 at 2200 hours 40 minutes 47 seconds from the number 08345713330, and the cell name was 3G Kimberley NWC. And Ms. Kelly Kumalo, when he received this number at this point in time, he did not receive it from the number belonging to the accused number 5, which is 0733 059202. Do you see that?
Yabona ukuthi lama ucingo alathola uKelly Kumalo ngomhla 2 August 2014 isikhathi 2240 akulona loluvela kumakhala ekhukhwini kaMsolo Stam.
Then we said this ad nauseum that you can't compare apples and pears, and that's what counsel with respect is doing. Witnesses said that what Stein did was to look at the downloads, which Vodacom did not have access to, so you cannot compare the call data of Vodacom and the downloads. You're comparing two different things.
But Stein was supposed to be
Expert.
an expert. Stein,
Yes.
didn't he give evidence in this court
Yes, and that's what he testified.
on the same aspect?
Yes.
Now this gentleman keeps saying, I'm not an expert, not an expert. I got a report from Stein. So this court must evaluate the evidence. What should it do? With an expect
Yes.
and a non-expect.
Yeah. Well, Stain's evidence is on record in this regard, and Ms. Fathiligem, to a certain extent, also elaborated on that.
Okay.
Shall I proceed, my lord?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Let's continue, Kenneth. I've just confirmed with you the information contained in Exhibit Triple J1 from the Vodacom service provider, that it contains a different number to that of accused number 5 as the number that called the cell phone belonging to Ms. Khumalo on the 2nd of August 2014 at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds. We'll come to the explanations later.
Ungasinika ke uncazelo ukuthi yini indaba ke bonakala ukuthi le number yakhe likhumalo ayizange ithole ucingo lwaluvela ucingo lika umakhalekhukhwini ka Msolo Sihlalo.
My lord, I see this document, but that's not the report I got from Kenneth Stein. The report I got from Kenneth Stein is that the call, insofar as the link between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and accused 5 is contained in the cell phone downloadings, not the section 205. That's the inference I got. So in other words, and that's why I said just a few minutes ago that if you look at the section 205, you will have a conflicting report. You need to look at the downloads themselves, and because that's what Kenneth Stein told me, and I think that is included in his affidavit, my lord.
Bengizama ukuchaza la nangaphambili ukuthi lo mbiko lo esubhekile manje umbiko ovela kuma cell phone providers abathola ke izingcingo ngoba uKenneth ungichazelile ukuthi lolu cingo luvela kuma download hayi ku section 205.
That's the best explanation. Thank you, Kenneth. I wanted. I was looking for that answer. Let's proceed to the second page. Actually, it's
Well,
not
I do not have
page.
the second page, my lord.
For the 15th October 2014 at 1700 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds. Can you see that one?
Yes, I see that, my
You
lord.
can see that one?
Yes, I can.
Okay. It's block number 9. And also we'll do the same exercise on the first block. You see the number there, 0827044358 is the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo. Do you see?
I do see that, my lord.
Yes.
Ngiyabona le number kaKelly Khumalo.
And the date of this call data information?
It's 15 October 2014 at 17:33:57 seconds.
Ngiyabona ukuthi mhla ka 15 October 2014 what's the time? 17.
33:57 seconds.
Isikhathi 17:33 and 57 seconds.
And the other party number?
It's 277143795661, my lord. No, 9551, my apologies. So it's 9551.
Le enye ke number 0714379551.
And the cell name?
It's 2G Avidale Farm. It's LIM2.
Umbosho ngoba usenzisa 2G Avidale Farm.
Okay. Colonel, do you see that everything is the same in that block? The cell number of the person who received the call data is the same, especially the time, 17:33:57, but the other party number is different than that one of accused number 5, and this one is 0714379551. Do you see that?
Yabona ukuthi konke kuyafana kodwa ke okushukayo nje lapha ile number eyamukela le eyayixhumana nale phone le.
And the cell name is the same.
Well, we're going to raise the same objection, and we're not going to rehash it in respect of this call as well. And in addition, Colonel Sale mentioned that with the downloads, you add 2 hours. This has been covered by Colonel Stein in his affidavit, and evidence that these calls were contained in the downloads and not in the section 205.
Yes, do you see that, Colonel?
Yes, I can see it, my lord. But like I said, the report I received from Colonel Stein is that the number that links accused 5 to Ms. Kelly Khumalo is contained in the downloads, not the section 205.
Yebo ngiyabona lo mbiko kodwa ke umbiko ngothola ku Kenneth ukuthi le number eqhuma Msolo Sihlalo ikuma download hayi kulo mbiko.
I understand, Colonel, and I do appreciate your answer, but I wanted you to read for the record to show this exhibit Triple J1, wherein it shows that the number for the other party who made a call to Ms. Kelly Khumalo on these 2 dates, actually it was from different numbers and not that of accused number 5.
Bengicela ukuthi uphinde ubheke lapha uqinisekise ukuthi ke uyabona yini ukuthi le number eyayifonela uKelly Khumalo akuyona le number ekamsolo wesihlanu.
My Lord, we are reading a wrong document. I'm saying the report I got from Cornel Steyn is that the calls will be on the downloads of Ms. Kelly Khumalo's cell phone. And that is where you will find, insofar as the report he gave me and the statement, and he said that is where you will find the link of the cell phone number belonging to accused number 5 and Ms. Kelly Khumalo, insofar as the communication of these two dates of the 2nd of August 2014 and 15 October 2014. That is how I understood him, and that is how my recollection says in his statement, my Lord.
Umbiko esubhekile kuwona lo mbiko ongasiza ngoba lo engikuthole kuKenneth Steyn ukuthi ke le number le ebonakalayo kamsolo wesihlanu izotholakala kuphela kuma download kungewona lo mbiko lo ovela kuma cell phone provider.
So in other words, Colonel, you are saying the downloads for Colonel Steyn contains different information to this one of the service provider.
Okusho ukuthi ke okuvela lapha embikweni kaKenneth Steyn kuyahlula lokho ukuvela kuloko section 205.
My Lord, perhaps, so it's not downloads. This is cell phone data on the open account. So this document and Colonel Steyn's document is two different things. This is section 205, so there's no comparison. It's not similar documents. It's not downloads from Vodacom compared to downloads of Colonel Steyn. This is normal data on an open platform from Vodacom. Colonel Steyn is a different product that comes from the device itself.
Ngizama ukusho ukuthi lana lembiko lena ayifani. Lo mbiko ovela ka Vodacom nombiko we-download akufani lana kuvela nje ingcingo eziphumile nezangena kushawa ucingo kanti lapha kulo mbiko lo kaKenneth Steyn wama-download kuvela nje kuphela lokho okugcinwe kuma-download.
Thank you, Colonel. Let's move on. The accused will tell this court, Colonel, that he denies that he ever made any call to Ms. Kelly Khumalo's number 082 7044358 using his number 0733059202 on the 2nd of August 2014.
Umsolo wesihlanu uthi yena uzophika ukuthi washayela inumber kaKelly Khumalo 082 esebenzisa inumber yakhe egcina ngo9302 ngomhla ka2 August 2014.
As it is confirmed by Exhibit JJI.
Ngoba ke leyo kuqinisekiswa imbukiso u-J1.
My Lord, the report I got from Colonel Steyn differs with that. That's the first part. It confirms that there was a call made through data, as I've said, and linking the communication between Ms. Kelly Khumalo's cell phone and that of accused number 5, my Lord.
But the service provider does not have that record.
Secondly, my Lord, the exhibit we are looking at is not the exhibit of the downloads. That's why I said, my Lord, you need to look at the downloads themselves because it contains the movement. It contains SMSs insofar as what Kenny took me through, SMSs and calls. So we are looking at the wrong document, trying to find that call. The call is contained in the downloads of Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
Manje ke lana ke umbiko esubhekile akona lo mbiko ebesifanele subheke ngoba lokho kutholakala kuma downloads la khombisa khona ukuthi yini eyayisebenzisa idatha ukutholakala kuphela kuma download.
So secondly, the accused will deny that he made any call on the 15th of October 2014 at 17 hours 33 minutes 57 seconds to the number of Ms. Kelly Khumalo 082 7044358 using his number 0733059202 as it is confirmed in Exhibit JJI of the service provider that the call at that point in time was made from a different number than that one belonging to accused number 5.
Uzophika futhi umsola ukuthi yena washayela number kaKelly Khumalo esebenzisa ifoni yakhe egcina ngo9302.
My Lord, the report of Colonel Steyn says there was a call made on the 15th of August 2014 linking accused 5 to Ms. Kelly Khumalo. And secondly, as I've said, my Lord, we are looking at the wrong document trying to find that call. I was informed in terms of the report that the data, this call, you will find in the downloads of Ms. Kelly Khumalo, not the service provider's data or records, my Lord.
Angeke litholakale lolu cingo lolu lwashawa ngalelo langa lishayela liqhumanisa umhlolo wesihlanu noKelly Khumalo ngoba lokho esibhekile lana akunayo lo muntu ke esibhekile awunalo lolu cingo lutholakala kuphela kuma download.
Thirdly, Colonel, accused number 5 will tell this court that at no stage in his life and during the period of 2014, he ever communicated or called Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
umsolo wesihlanu uzothi yena akakaze empilweni yakhe nangaso lesi sikhathi lesikhulunywa ngaso akakaze athintane noKelly Khumalo.
But my lord, the statement of Kenneth Steyn says it did, insofar as the device is concerned, and that device,
umbiko kaKenneth Steyn uyachaza ukuthi yebo kwaba khona lo uxhumana.
and that number is linked to accused number 5, my lord.
Ukuthi le number leyo esetshenziswa kuyabonakala ukuthi kwakuyinumber ekamsolo wesihlanu.
Okay, thank you, Colonel. Let's move on, Colonel. Then my next question to you is that now, after receiving the information about the call that was made from Ms. Khumalo's number, did you ask Ms. Kelly Khumalo about this call that she received, if he knows accused number 5?
Manje wambuza yini uKelly Khumalo ngalolu cingo alwamukela nokuthi uyamazini umsolo wesihlanu.
Now, Ms. Kelly Khumalo is a witness. We have received information that here there is a call that this witness received from this person. Did you then verify from Ms. Kelly Khumalo about this call?
Manje wayini wayoqinisekisa uKelly Khumalo ukuthi wayithola yini lolu cingo ngoba ngiphela usutholile ulwazi olutshela ukuthi uKelly Khumalo kwaba nokuxhumana phakathi kwakhe nalolu cingo lomsolo wesihlanu.
My lord, I think I dealt with this part, that Ms. Kelly Khumalo was then a person of interest. The moment her name was mentioned as a trigger point, that's how she was viewed, and the investigation which resulted in this was as a result of the confession that were made by accused number 1, subsequent accused number 2, and a number of things were discovered. So she wasn't a witness. We're looking at her as a person of interest, as a trigger point that led to the death of the deceased in this matter, my lord.
Manje njengoba sengikazi uSekeli Khumalo bathi masebonakala ukuthi ngabe kukhona kwaba khona ukuxhumana okuthizo kwaba khona uKelly Khumalo waqala ke singasambheki njengomuntu ongaba ufakazi sesimbheka njengomuntu ebese ngafanele simbeke iso yiko nje bese ngichazile njengoba sengichazile ukuthi asikwazanga ukuthi simbize ngaleyo ndlela.
Okay, so the answer is no if I get it from your explanation, Colonel. The answer is no.
Impendulo yakho ithi cha uzange uye uKelly Khumalo uyombuza ngalolu cingo.
Yes, because we're not viewing her as a witness, as has been put to me, my lord.
Yebo ngoba besingambheki njengomuntu ongaba ufakazi.
Okay. Colonel, can you just school me here? I need to understand this terminology, person of interest in law. Maybe I've missed it in my experience. The person of interest.
Ngicela usitshele ngalokho ukuthi uma kuthiwa nje person of interest ngesingisi kusochaza ukuthini.
I want to understand the status, whether is a suspect or is a future accused. Future accused will be the suspect, or is an assailant, or it's a victim, or it's a complainant, or it's a witness. You have already said that you did not see him as a witness. Then can you assist me then so that I can also be able to understand the status of Ms. Kelly Khumalo in regards to these calls?
Ngizosicela ukuthi uhlobo lika lomuntu njengoKelly Khumalo ubona lo njani njengoba ubusumbiza uthi ngesingisi person of interest ukuthi awusitshele ukuthi ufakazi noma umuntu othintekayo noma uyini.
My lord, she was a suspect in simple
Suspect.
terms
Oh,
because
thank
there
you.
were assertions or allegations labeled against her, and then subsequent to that, in corroborating the confessions of both accused 1 and 2, things were cropping up that were creating a picture that actually implicates or correlates or corroborate what is being said in the confessions of both accused 1 and 2.
Hayi ngabeka nje kafishane ukuthi ke uyasoleka ngoba kukhona okwavela ku lapho ke umsolo uqani wesibili bamkela icala walokho kwagcina kuveze isithombe sokuthi ke kukhona izinkomba ezithi naye kukhona okumxhumayo kunaleli cala.
Thank you, Colonel, so that I'll also be able to follow the proceedings properly. Now that we are of the same view that Ms. Kelly Khumalo was or is a suspect in this matter, did you then ask Kelly Khumalo about the circumstances under which she received the call from accused number 5? What was being discussed? If I say the circumstances, it includes the commission of the offense, Kenneth.
Njengoba usuchazile ukuthi uKelly Khumalo uyasoleka wayehamba yena wembuza ukuthi kanti yini ayikhulunywa kulolu cingo.
My lord, I think I dealt with this part to say, firstly, the answer to the question is very specific. It's no.
No,
and I
thank you.
indicated that it was a prosecutorial-driven investigation. Decision was taken that she should not be approached at the time. I dealt with this part even further to when I applied for the warrant of arrest for her, my lord. So I dealt with this aspect. With greatest respect, Advocate Mshaloli, if she forgot.
Bese ngikhulumile ke ngaphambilini ngalokho ngoba njengoba bese ngishilo ukuthi uphenyo lethu lwaluholwa umshushisi okusho ukuthi kwathathwa isinqumo sokuthi ke singayi kuyena ngoba nanoma sengifise ukufaka isicelo sokuthi ke ayoboshwa kodwa ke leso sicelo lesi kwathi asihoxiswa.
So the NPA prevented you from doing further investigations on these transactions.
With the greatest of respect, I don't think there's a type of proposition that can be made from to this witness.
My Lord, that's how I understood that the witness said it was a prosecutorial-driven investigations wherein he was advised not to approach or to pursue the suspect, which is Ms. Kelly. If I understood it, maybe I did not understand when you say the state, the prosecutorial.
My Lord, Counsel should know that the DPP exercises a discretion in a constitutional, within the confines of the Constitution. There's no such thing as preventing anyone from doing anything. The DPP exercises his discretion, his powers within the confines of the Constitution. We therefore submit, my Lord, that that is not a type of proposition that can be put to a witness.
My Lord, I'm also aware of those powers for the DPP. I've also been a state advocate for 24 years.
Why do you differ?
My
State
Lord-
advocates, why do two state advocates differ? And
The powers of the NPA?
yeah, and then you're differing.
Yes, my Lord.
So I don't know what law you both read.
My Lord, the
Because
witness,
it has got to be similar if it's law.
my Lord, the witness referred to the prosecutorial. The witness, that word came from the witness, my Lord. And then I took it to say, in the umbrella of the prosecutorial, to say it's the state, my Lord, and not SAPS. I can rephrase that, my Lord.
This witness, the police officer, he doesn't have powers to charge anybody. That's how I learned my law
Correct, my lord.
about 50 years ago.
Yes, my Lord, which is good. It's
Yeah.
good what he did. He listened to NPA. That's why I'm asking, is it the NPA that prevented you from doing anything, from making the follow-ups on the transaction, this transaction that I'm dealing with, my Lord? Making the follow-up with the person who had been identified, my Lord, as the suspect, to find out the circumstances
Yes,
or
ma'am.
any information as the investigating officer. And the witness says, no, he was prevented by NPA.
No, but that's not correct, my lord. I didn't say that.
And just to add, the witness said there is an ongoing investigation against Ms. Kelly Kumalo. I don't know where the word,
I didn't hear the word
where
prevented.
counsel gets
I thought Mr.
the impression that the
Brigadier
witness was
Minanda said
prevented.
that he was advised
Yes.
not to approach
Yes.
Ms. Kelly
Yes.
at that time.
Yes.
At that stage, my lord, but
That's
not
something-
to stop the investigation. At no stage the MPA said investigation insofar as Ms. Kelly Kumalo should not be conducted. In fact, on the contrary, that directive was given that we should investigate further and collect more evidence. That is why my daughter said, and subsequently in November 2020, I then made a submission of further instructions or evidence that we collected. That was based on instruction from the NPA to say, collect more evidence and present it. So there was no instruction from NPA to say Ms. Kelly Kumalo must not be pursued or investigated, my lord.
So, my Lord, that's the reason why I used the word prevented, because the witness said he was advised not to proceed to do further investigations on this person.
No, that's not what I said, my lord.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I said.
Let's leave it. Can we move forward? It's there on record.
Yes, but that's not what I said, my lord.
Okay. If you're advised not to approach this person, you were advised, you were prevented from approaching this person.
No, my lord. There's a different. Preventing is blocking someone. But when you are guided by prosecution to say at this stage do not approach this person, conduct further investigation, that's not prevention. You are given instruction to collect more evidence insofar as the suspect that you are pursuing. That is how it happened. I was not told do not pursue this person. That's not correct. That's why we
Can I
define that.
proceed with the last
Angizange
question?
nginqatshelwe ukuthi ngiqhubeke nophenyo. Into engayitshelwa yona ukuthi ngingayi kuyena, kodwa ke engakwazi ukwenza ukuthi ngiqhubeke nophenyo, kodwa ke yena ngingamthinti okwamanje.
Can I proceed with one last question, my Lord, before we adjourn?
Yeah.
Thank you, my Lord. Kenan, is it also correct that because of the circumstances that we have just testified about now or recently, you did not verify from Ms. Kelly Kumalo if these calls, the two calls that we are talking about, were eventually made by Mr. Ntuli or by someone else using the number for Mr. Ntuli?
So zange uqinisekisa ukuKelly Khumalo ukuthi la makholi izingcingo ezenziwa uNtuli noma omunye umuntu.
My lord, I did not talk to Ms. Kelly Kumalo, but I'm sitting with expert statement that says calls were made. I'm not sure where I was expected now to get Mr. Lukumalo to say, no, I did not make this call. I was sitting with an expert who gave me a report that these calls were made. Subsequent to that, he made an affidavit. How could I doubt that? I'm not so sure where else do I need now to go and verify with someone who does not have an expertise. There's an expert, he says calls were made, he gives me the downloads. I'm not so sure, my lord, what will be the relevance of me contacting even accused number 5 insofar as those calls are concerned. There was an expert who gave me the report and he made an affidavit to that regard.
Cha angizange ngiye kukheli Khumalo ngoba into eyayikhona ukuthi nganginochwepheshe la wangitshela ukuthi lezi ngcingo zenziwe and futhi kwakune affidavit ayebhalile echaza lokho manje mina ngingenaso isizathu sokuthi ngingangabaza lokho ayingitshela kona ukuthi lezi ngcingo zenziwe.
So the answer is no to my question.
It is no, because I had an expert, my lord. In other words, I did not doubt my expert.
Thank
The
you.
expertise of Colonel Stein speaks for themselves. So I had no doubt that what he's telling me is proper and correct, my lord.
Cha angizange ngikwenze lokho ngoba nganginombiko ovela kuchwepheshe wami and futhi ngangenaso isizathu sokuthi ngingabaze umbiko ovela kuchwepheshe.
Thank you, Brigadier. My lord, the time is 11:28. Can I ask that we take a short adjournment?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 15 minutes.